Hey, good morning, or afternoon, whatever time it is for you right now while you're watching this. I'm Chuck Benedon. I'm here with another segment of some educational information about jewelry. Generally what I'll be discussing is why there's such a disparity between retail and wholesale and how much you pay for things at a jewelry store. Why does one store have a product for $1,000 and another store has it for $700 or $600 or see it online for $500? And it all has to do with overhead and markups. So when you go to a place that has big overhead, you have big prices, you have to cover that. We keep our overhead at Benedon's very, very low. We own the building that we're in, so it's a mortgage, not rent, that we're paying. We're not in a mall where they're charging us $150 a foot plus 6.5% or whatever it is of the gross sales that we make. I have been a diamond importer and jewelry manufacturer and wholesaler for since the 70s. I continue to do so. You'll find that the prices here quite often are wholesale prices. Sometimes I can't do real, true dealer, inter-dealer pricing, but I'm within 10 or 20% of that, where most of your jewelers are marking their things up 3 or 4 times. So what happens? You go out and you buy the gold and the crystals, whether it's diamonds or emeralds or rubies or whatever you're using to manufacture a ring. You cast the gold, you have the labor to do that, you buy the stones, that's your cost, you have labor to set the stones. That's your basic cost. So if you make something, a manufacturer, and I did this for a living for many years, I traveled all around the world doing this and sold all over the United States, did all the big shows. Had my own booths at the shows, sold to jewelers around the country. When I manufacture something, and I have a dead nuts cost of $500, I need to mark it up to cover my costs on the road. Maybe I have a salesman on the road. Excuse me, I didn't know, I think I hit my microphone. And so all these things have to be covered, and the advertising that I do. So, you know, the bigger the company is and the more business they do, the more it costs them to do that business. So what happens is I take a piece that cost me $500 and I put it in a showcase for $800. Now a place like Kay's or Kessler's or Zales and some of those other big box stores, I don't know how they do their business. It's not my business to ask them, I don't really care. But they get floor plan, they get credit. I don't owe anything on any of the jewelry. We own all of our jewelry here. So we don't have to pay that extra fee. So when I'm on the road, if a guy wants me to give him 180 days to pay, that costs me a lot of money. I have my money tied up, I'm paying interest on the money at the bank. And so that $500 item to the jeweler is already $1,000. I'm retailing it for $800 if I'm making it myself. I also have refurbished jewelry here at Benedon's that's cheaper yet. So you need to shop around, you need to compare, you need to understand how things work in business. It's no different than the furniture business. What do you have in a couch? Foam rubber, cloth, nails, and some particle board, and most of the cheap junk that you see around here. Now go try to scrap that sometime. We'll do another segment on scrapping your gold tomorrow. Thanks.